एक फ्रेंड ने घर पे आके डैड को बोला कि अंकल जी ये आपको मालूम भी है क्या बोल रहा है, से बेसिक बॉक्स cost me $3 and we used to sell it for $100. Surprisingly enough, in the first year, we crossed the gross of 80 CR.
क्या हमें पार्टनरशिप करनी चाहिए?
So there is no right or wrong answer over here. In fact, I have 2 or 3 theories on this particular point.
Gen Zs के बारे में जो हम आजकल Instagram पे स्क्रॉल करते हैं, रील्स देखते हैं, लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं कि भाई ये स्टेबल नहीं है, ये जनरेशन बहुत कुछ करना चाहती है लेकिन कुछ एक चीज ढंग से नहीं कर पाती है, and they have their own set of problems.
32,000 plus crore CSR market.
Okay.
CSR for those who don't know is corporate social responsibility.
तो आप अपनी जिंदगी का जो सक्सेस का श्रेय है वो किसे देना चाहोगे?
मैं श्रेय एक्चुअली मेरे डैड को ही देना चाहूंगा.
हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू द चैनल वंस अगेन. आई एम सौरभ और आज मैं आपके सामने लेकर आया हूं एक मेरे प्यारे दोस्त को, मिस्टर प्रेमल शाह. रिसेंटली मेरी उनके साथ मुलाकात हुई और बहुत सी चीज़ें मैंने उनसे सीखी हैं. वो एक सीरियल बिजनेस एंटरप्रेन्योर मैं उनको कहूँगा और बिजनेस कोच हैं. उन्होंने अपनी ज़िंदगी में बहुत से अलग अलग टाइप के बिजनेसेस किए और आपके लिए एक आइडियल इंसान हो सकते हैं जो आपको बहुत कुछ सिखा के जाएंगे आज. बिफोर के मैं आपको उनके बारे में बताऊं, लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड एंड लेट अस आस्क मिस्टर प्रेमल अबाउट हिम. प्रेमल जी.
हाय फ्रेंड्स, सो दिस इज प्रेमल शाह एंड जैसे सौरभ ने बताया उसने एक्चुअली मेरे बारे में सब कुछ ही आपको बता दिया इन दैट शॉर्ट इंट्रोडक्शन, बट just to give you a brief about who I am basically an entrepreneur who wears multiple hats. तो काफी businesses like सौरभ ने बताया मैं कर चुका हूं और मैं कर रहा हूं. To name a few, I am basically into business of polymers, which is plastic raw materials, plastic granules का मेरा एक business है जो कि मैं trading और indenting करता हूं. उसके अलावा I have successfully started and run a travel venture which is now run by my wife. Apart from that, I have my own diamond jewelry business which is run by my cousin now very successfully. It's been 18 years. Apart from that, I am a certified international business coach which is very close to my heart. It's a personal passion which I have kind of gotten myself certified with. I am also a social entrepreneur. So basically, I believe in giving back to the community. So I have my own foundation, which is a pure zero deduction, zero commissions foundation, give back to the society. And apart from that, my latest startup is into the sports stream. So like I mentioned and Sohrab mentioned, multiple kind of business ventures that I have gotten into and am successfully kind of running them.
So एक ऐसे सीरियल एंटरप्रेन्योर जिन्होंने सोचा कि मैं जिंदगी में रुकूंगा नहीं, एक के बाद दूसरा, दूसरे के बाद तीसरा और तीसरे के बाद चौथा और शायद ना जाने कितने ऐसे वेंचर्स मैं अकेले ही कर लूंगा. और ये पॉसिबल है, ये 100% पॉसिबल है. और ये कैसे पॉसिबल है आज हम जानेंगे इनसे, इन्होंने ये सब पॉसिबल किया कैसे. बिकॉज शायद आप और मैं एक बिजनेस करने का सोचते हैं लेकिन उस एक बिजनेस के बाद हमारे दिमाग में आइडिया आता है कि काश मेरे बहुत सारे बिजनेसेस हो. कैसे जो मल्टी कॉन्ग्लोमरेट कंपनीज हैं उनके जो ओनर्स हैं वो अपनी कंपनीज को कैसे आगे बढ़ाते हैं, उस बारे में उसकी जो झलक है हम आपको यहां पर दिलाएंगे. नो डाउट आपको इससे सिर्फ सीखने ही नहीं मिलेगा लेकिन एक ऐसा जज्बा आज आने वाला है इस पॉडकास्ट से कि आप अपनी जिंदगी आज से बदल देने वाले हो. सो हियर फ्रॉम मिस्टर प्रेमल मोर. बिफोर के हम आगे जंप करेंगे, कुछ ऐसे सवाल हम इनसे पूछेंगे इनके बारे में, इनकी जिंदगी के बारे में, जिससे आपको पता चलेगा कि एक सीरियल एंटरप्रेन्योर क्या वो आप जैसा और हम जैसा है कि फिर उनकी जिंदगी थोड़ी अलग होती है. तो उसके बारे में उस झलक को हम जानना चाहेंगे. So Premal ji, if you can just tell us something about your early days of life. मतलब आपने ये इतने सारे बिजनेसेस तो किए, लेकिन ये बिजनेसेस की शुरुआत कैसे हुई? थोड़ा अपनी अपनी जवानी के बारे में बताइए, योर कॉलेज डेज एंड यू नो हाउ इट हैपेंड.
So I was very good at studies. तो ऐसा नहीं था कि मैं पढ़ाई में अच्छा नहीं था, मैं पढ़ाई में डिसेंटली अच्छा था, जो कि मेरे डैड ऑफ कोर्स वो नहीं मानते थे और बोलते थे बड़ा ही नालायक बेटा है कि कुछ लाइफ में करेगा कि नहीं मालूम नहीं है. But yeah, I can say I was in the middle percentile during school days, if I may say so, and got into NM college. But college में आते ही I got myself involved in a lot of organizational activities. So always to do something and to execute had been in my kind of blood in the system. हर एक चीज में proactively आगे बढ़ना, कुछ करना, you know, कोई भी चीज हो and just yes I will do it, you know, kind of attitude got me ahead. So in the 5 years of my college, you know, during NM days, I have been awarded the best organizer of the year. You know, all the 5 years I was contingent leader for the Malhar Fest when I was representing NM college. I was also Mr. University first runner up.
Oh, lovely.
During my college days. So ये सब multiple चीजें along with of course studies used to happen. And you know, again I wanted to excel in everything. I wanted to do everything. I didn't want to limit myself saying that, you know, during, I'm talking 20-25 years back, where there was only arts, commerce and science, right? So these were the three options, right? And बाप ने बोल दिया कि भाई कॉमर्स में जाना है, सीए बनना है, एंड सीए का एंट्रेंस एग्जाम दिया, एंट्रेंस में बहुत ही अच्छे से फ्लंक हो गया एंड डिसाइडेड कि इट इज नॉट फॉर मी. देन दैट टाइम आईटी वाज बूमिंग, तो डैड ने बोला अभी एपटेक का कोर्स कर लो एंड आईटी में आगे बढ़ो. तो अगेंस्ट माय विशेस ही पेड द फीस एंड इन 3 months पैसा डाउन द ड्रेन बिकॉज आई रियलाइज दैट कोडिंग इज नॉट माय कप ऑफ टी. So eventually dad and mom kind of, not mom but dad gave up and said कि भाई तू कुछ नहीं करने वाला है. But no, there was an inner feeling कि I want to do something different. I didn't want to, my dad is a civil engineer by profession and I didn't want to kind of follow his footsteps, so science was not my cup of tea. And I told him, I said dad don't worry, you know, कुछ ना कुछ होएगा. तो MCOM किया सर. MCOM के बाद got into my uncle's car dealership. I was naturally good at talking, flair for you know, talking to people, meeting, selling. तो वो अंकल ने बोला आ जाओ देखो क्या होता है. So along with my MCOM I kind of, you know, got into selling Toyotas at that point in time. So I was selling Toyota Qualis. And yeah, that was the kind of a little bit of learnings and journey during my college days. Had a lot of fun as a teenager, which always everyone does, but at the same time kind of started thinking as to what I want to do in life. And that time the flavor was MBA. So I told my dad ki I want to kind of you know, now after MCOM do MBA. And he told me ki theek hai, yahan pe whatever college accepts you after the entrance, and as luck would have it didn't qualify for any of the entrances over here. तो डैड को बोला डैड नाउ आई वांट टू गो टू द यूएस. एंड ही सेड कि पैसा कौन भरेगा. आई सेड पैसा तो आप देंगे. तो ही सेड कि नहीं मेरे पास इतने पैसे नहीं है. आई सेड ठीक है वील फिगर, लेट मी एटलीस्ट गिव माय एसएटी एंड जीमैट and appeared for those exams. And I, as luck would have it again, I did exceedingly well. Where you know, I applied to 7 universities, got through all the 7 universities, and decided to go to, very funnily, Hawaiian Institute, Hawaiian University. And and of course my dad and mom didn't have any clue. And you know, US में इतने सारे relatives रहते हैं, तो all my universities, typically every state that I had gotten through, New York ले लो, New Jersey ले लो, I had relatives. There were only 2 universities which I applied to, which was in North Carolina, and one was Hawaii Pacific University, where I didn't have any relatives. So I said, let me go to Hawaii because pura party scene udhar hoega, is what I had gotten to know. So I told my dad ki I'm going to go through Hawaii Pacific. It's a fantastic university. I will do my MBA. And he said, okay, theek hai, we'll figure out, loan thoda le lunga and we'll figure out kya karne ka hai. एवरीथिंग वाज गोइंग नाइसली व्हेन यू नो हाउ फ्रेंड्स आर राइट कॉलेज डेज में. तो एक फ्रेंड ने घर पे आके डैड को बोला कि अंकल ये आपको मालूम भी है क्या बोल रहा है. तो डैड ने बोला नहीं हवाई बेटा बहुत अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी है. अरे बोलता है अंकल जाके उधर खाली पार्टी करने वाला है बिल्कुल पढ़ेगा नहीं. सो डैड की वो टाइम पे बैटरी थोड़ी कुछ की भाई ये शैतान सा बेटा है कुछ ना कुछ होएगा. नाउ लेट मी डीप डाइव इनटू इट. So he started doing his R&D and he found out कि भाई हवाई तो is total मस्ती वाला place and he outright rejected कि भाई I will now not let you go to Hawaii Pacific और 6 में से कोई भी यूनिवर्सिटी में चले जा. तो ऑफ कोर्स आई हैड टू कर्स माय फ्रेंड्स एंड से कि भाई तेरे को और कुछ काम धंधा नहीं था कि तूने मेरी जिंदगी में ही टांग गड़ाई. बट in a way it was good what happened because I finally chose to go to University of North Carolina. Okay. Where and again the main reason for doing that was I didn't want to go to any place which had relatives simply because same rona dona pressure wahan jaake bhi. So I wanted to kind of do something on my own. So I went to UNC Greensboro campus. I did double masters in marketing and international business.
Oh lovely.
And when I was there I really worked very hard on campus, kind of made my own living monies. I didn't take a penny from my parents. And was a self-made person from that point onwards, and which is why I kind of gotten the seeds of entrepreneurship. तो जब मैं उधर था तो I saw a lot of very open culture. I'm again talking 20-25 years back. So the kind of things people were doing there, the kind of opportunities at that point in time which existed there, made me do a lot of things there differently. I used to work 72 hours non-stop. So Monday to Thursday classes and then Friday to Sunday non-stop 3 days. I used to work at 4 different jobs to ensure that I don't take monies from home. And during that time, I got an opportunity to do my own small kiosk in the mall.
Okay.
Through NRI who told me that you are great at very flamboyant and you're talkative. Can you sell hermit crabs? Okay. I will invest in the venture and आप mall में ये बेचो, right? And for those who don't know, hermit crabs are small crabs which go under the shell, and the shells are very nicely painted. SpongeBob, yeah, He-Man, yeah, whatever, Barbie, but very nicely painted for the kids, and they are small pets who walk on your hand. They go into boxes, colorful sand. तो मैंने बोला यार ये कौन लेगा डब्बा. अरे बोलता है आपको यूएस में मालूम नहीं है, बच्चे ने जिद किया ना कि भाई आई वांट दिस, सो दे विल जस्ट गो अहेड एंड बाय इट, राइट. सो अ बॉक्स in say basic box cost me $3, okay, with nice sand, with a hermit crab and a few things for the crab to play inside, and we used to sell it for $100.
Oh,
okay. And it used to sell like hotcakes. So this was my first business entrepreneurial venture as a student, which started which got me rolling and thinking to a lot many things that I have learned and done in life. So I think this is pretty much the long and short of my college days and a little bit of seeds of business.
ओके. सो आपने जो अपनी जर्नी बताई, यहाँ पे आपने 2 पहलू रखे. एक पहलू जहां पर आपने बोला कि आप पढ़ाई में ज्यादा होशियार नहीं थे, यू आर एन एवरेज स्टूडेंट, लेकिन फिर भी आपने डबल मास्टर्स की. तो आप अपनी जिंदगी का जो सक्सेस का श्रेय है वो किसे देना चाहोगे, पढ़ाई को कि फिर वो सारी एक्टिविटीज जो पढ़ाई के अलावा आपने की?
नहीं, मैं श्रेय एक्चुअली मेरे डैड को ही देना चाहूंगा.
ओके.
बिकॉज आई वांटेड टू प्रूव समथिंग टू हिम. आई वांटेड टू प्रूव अ पॉइंट कि नो मैटर व्हाट आई एम केपेबल एंड आई कैन और कुड डू a lot of things, not taking away anything from anyone with regards to whether studying is good or bad. I think everything is hard work. Okay, there is nothing difficult in this world. It is about hard work and putting your heart and mind to kind of doing something that you want to do.
So ये जो सेगमेंट है, शायद इससे हमारा टेक अवे, खास करके वो स्टूडेंट्स जो ये पॉडकास्ट हमेशा से देखते हैं, एक सिंपल सा टेक अवे है: हार्ड वर्क करते रहो और मेहनत लगे, चाहे कितनी भी लगे, बट आपको कंसिस्टेंटली करते रहना है। और शायद इससे पहले जितने भी हमारे पॉडकास्ट हुए, हमेशा से एक ही इंपॉर्टेंट टेक अवे रहा है, and that is consistency and persistency.
Correct.
You have to keep doing, you have to push,
Correct.
you have to keep doing. And as you said, 72 hours, you've shifted like 4 different
Absolutely.
work options. That's great. मतलब मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि हर दूसरे बंदे को अभी जाके 72 घंटे काम कर लेना चाहिए।
बिल्कुल।
आज की जो जनरेशन है उसे मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहूंगा कि आप काम शुरू तो करो।
I think they do that.
Alright, so हमने आपके बारे में ये तो जाना कि आपने अपनी जो यूएस की पढ़ाई पढ़ाई के साथ साथ आपने जो वहाँ पर बिजनेस किया और आपने जिंदगी में आगे बढ़े, लेकिन आफ्टर कमिंग बैक you did a lot many things. I want to know about that. I want my audience to know about that. कि आपकी जो पिछले 17 प्लस ईयर्स की जर्नी रही है, इस जर्नी में आपने अलग अलग बिजनेसेस किए, कैसे शुरुआत की, यहाँ पर आके कैसे शुरुआत की, और एंड वाई पॉलीमर क्यों चुना? ऑफ ऑल आपकी जो पढ़ाई रही है वहां पर मुझे पॉलीमर कहीं दिखा नहीं, बट 17 साल से आपने पॉलीमर का बिजनेस किया, तो वो जर्नी की शुरुआत कैसे हुई?
यस, सो पॉलीमर का बिजनेस किया नहीं, पॉलीमर का बिजनेस कर रहा हूं।
हाँ, करेक्ट।
एंड वेरी सक्सेसफुली एट दैट, इफ आई मे ऐड। सो yes, US में I graduated with a double degree, like I told you. I was actually called back by my dad because he had lost his father at that point in time. तो आने का कोई प्लान था नहीं. I was all set to continue my life in the US, but one of the main reasons which I came back was again my father, and he said, "You come back." So my mother's side of the family is basically Parekh Group, and they are a business conglomerate which has multiple businesses. One of them being car distributor dealers, and they are basically CNF agents. Mm-hmm. They are also into warehousing, and they are also into distribution of distributors of polymers with Reliance. Basically, they are Reliance distributors.
Okay.
And so my mama had a chat with me, and he said, "You come back and join us." So any which ways, जाने से पहले मेरा एक्सपीरियंस टोयोटा के साथ रहा, उनके साथ मैं काम कर ही चुका था, तो the equation and comfort level was there. So of course natural transition was to come back and join them. So I came back, I kind of joined them, and I started car detailing because I had that experience. So they wanted to get into car detailing. Car detailing is nothing but your car treatments. Correct. So I started, we got 3M agency out here, mm-hmm. and I started, 80 car detailing centers 80 in Mumbai, starting with the flagship at Chhagan Mitha petrol pump at Tardev. Okay. And was successfully doing that. But eventually I realized this is too boring. I mean, double MBA and क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं यार, गाड़ी का सर्विसिंग कर रहा हूँ. So I told him, I said, "Mama, this is kind of now getting too boring for me. I've set it up for you, and you can successfully hire. There are people, but they can take over and run it. So I wanted to get into something more worthwhile for what it's worth." So he told me कि यार क्या है कि our Reliance distribution is kind of polymers ka is going on very well, but we have a division which is imports of the same material, but that apparently is not doing well. It's very difficult. The concerned person jo they hired was not being able to sell a single kilo of PVC resin, if I may use that technical term, and they were kind of thinking of shutting it down. So they said कि भाई ये है, तू कर सकेगा क्या, तो ट्राई कर ले. So I told him, I said, "Mama, मार्केटिंग किया हूँ, इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस किया हूँ, तो मैं पत्थर भी बेच सकता हूँ like a diamond. तो why not give it a shot?" So he said, ठीक है, let's give it 6 months. And surprisingly enough, in the first year, we crossed a gross of 80 CR. Oh. We sold insane amounts, tons of PVC.
And this is which year?
I am talking 2006-7.
Okay, crazy. 80 CR.
Yes, 2006 and 7. And yeah, it was very satisfying, gratifying for me. I was pleasantly shocked and surprised at my own doing, and things were great. And it just got my attraction, involvement into this industry, which today, actually, if you think, plastics is what the world is all about, right? Anything and everything that you can think of today is plastics, right? The raw material is plastic, could be different types, but it is plastic. So you can say at the right time in the right industry, and yeah, that got me hooked on to plastics, and continued doing that. In fact, from that point onwards, I moved into China. So I was importing a lot of PVC resin, basically from various countries, mainly China, Taiwan, Korea, Japan, US, and got an opportunity with my mama to kind of shift base to China, settle in Shanghai, and kind of oversee the Asian markets from there, and also export out into India from there. So I moved there, heading the polymer division from there, supplying into Middle East, supplying into India. So kind of mastered the product, got in touch with all the suppliers in China and across. So that was a very satisfying journey, but also personally a lot of contacts and connects that I built in those 2-3 years. Unfortunately, during the 26/11 attacks,
Okay.
I lost my mama at Oberoi.
Oh.
Both my mama and mommy, which actually kind of made me come back, and I quit the company and started my own business, which is again into polymers, because of course I had the suppliers in place and I had the connects in place. So I started my own company with two other partners, and the partners were of course the same age, but we gelled and got along as a house on fire, because one was a person whom I was supplying to for his own factory, the raw material, and the other was into steel business, but like-minded friends. So we kind of, three of us collaborated and started this own polymer company, which is Anaisha.
Okay.
That started in 2008. So as soon as the attacks, basically I just quit and I started this company. And now it's been 17 years. We are successfully running the show and the company. So that is about polymers.
Lovely. So one question again, from the entire conversation, you spoke about partnership.
Yes.
This is another question in today's world. क्या हमें पार्टनरशिप करनी चाहिए? जो यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं, जो जब अपना कुछ नया बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं, कि फिर अकेले ही आप कर सकते हो? What is your take on that?
So there is no right or wrong answer over here. In fact, I have 2 or 3 theories on this particular point. One is that I do partnerships because I get bored of routines. तो अगर मैं कुछ चालू करता हूं ना, तो मेरे लिए वो सेम चीज डे इन डे आउट करना बहुत बोरिंग हो जाता है. आई एम अ हार्डकोर आउटगोइंग मार्केटिंग पर्सन. आई कैन नॉट सिट एट अ डेस्क. So for me, it was very important to have a partner who loves to be in office and do stuff. Correct. So that I can move out, talk to people, get business, and see the world. Okay. So that was one of the main reasons for doing partnership.
You're partnering with a CEO.
I am partnering with a CEO. Absolutely. You can say that. Having said that, when you get into any kind of partnerships, you should first have a very clear mindset which says that I trust everyone till that trust is broken. Okay, if you have that mindset, then you can get into partnership blindly till that trust is broken. But if you have doubts in your mind with trust or have trust issues, then partnership is not something that is for you. Okay, also when you get into partnership, very important for you to be completely open with everything and have on the table. Just to give you a small example, it's been 17 plus years, and my partner Heyman will agree that till date, okay, I don't know what is in my bank account, what comes in and what goes out. जो हर महीने वो भेजता है, वो I accept, and I say, okay, this is how things are. And
Right.
this is the reason why our partnerships or my partnerships in each and every business that I've done has lasted for all these years and are strong as ever.
परफेक्ट, सुपर. सो आई थिंक लोगों को जवाब मिल गया होगा कि करनी भी चाहिए पार्टनरशिप. अगर आपको विश्वास है, ट्रस्ट है, तो करें. और अगर ट्रस्ट नहीं है तो आई डोंट थिंक सो इट्स अ वायबल ऑप्शन.
Viable option, absolutely.
एक दूसरा बड़ा सवाल, ये बड़ा सवाल ये है कि आपने इतने सारे मल्टीपल बिजनेसेस किए, ओके, जिनके बारे में हम और आगे कुरेदने वाले हैं आपको. आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क यू अबाउट ऑल योर बिजनेसेस. if you ever see Shark Tank or any other such episode, यहाँ पर हमेशा एक ही चीज बात की जाती है, एक ही चीज को करो, अच्छे से करो, लंबे समय तक करो. और शायद हमारे पेरेंट्स ने भी हमें यही सिखाया था कि डू वन थिंग राइट. बट इन योर केस यू आर डूइंग मल्टीपल थिंग्स एंड राइट. सो व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन दिस? आपको क्या लगता है कि अब बहुत सारी चीजें करनी चाहिए या फिर एक ही चीज करनी चाहिए? आपने कर लिया, आप सुपरमैन हो?
नहीं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. सो अगेन, this is a trick question. There is no right or wrong over here, and I don't want to argue with the Shark Tank guys because they are much sharper. But I would say that on a general basis, yes, it is always advisable कि आप जिस राह को पकड़ो या जो भी बिजनेस को पकड़ो उसमें आप एक्सेल करो, right? We always have heard master something that you are doing. But I have always gone with jack of all versus mastering anything, and that is again because that's my DNA. The advantage was I kind of figured that I am not cut out to do one thing for life.
Okay.
If you guys can figure that out for yourselves, whether there are some guys who can do accounts for life and keep excelling, right? Please do that, right? Stick to that, keep doing that. There is some person who says, yaar मैं ये करूंगा लेकिन मैं इसमें I will ensure that I am the top and the best. Absolutely right, please keep doing that. Okay. But if आप में थोड़ा भी genes है like myself which says that what, मेरे को आज वनीला आइसक्रीम चाहिए, मेरे को कल बटरस्कॉच आइसक्रीम चाहिए, मेरे को परसों चॉकलेट आइसक्रीम चाहिए. So then the whole ideology of saying that mastering something will not hold true even if you try hard from experience. Because then I would rather say कि okay, I am doing everything that makes me happy.
Fair.
And gaining experience in everything that again makes me happy. Okay. So there is no right or wrong. It's just understanding yourself, your strengths and your weaknesses before deciding which direction and how you want to move forward.
So in your case, what I interpret, it's not jack of all trades. It is actually mastering all the trades.
If you want to say that, yes. I would yet say jack of all trades because I want to put my hand, legs, mouth wherever I feel it is of interest. At the same time, inquisitiveness to learn a lot of things. For example, I was discussing this with you earlier that 20 to 30 years back, somebody was selling insurance, getting 35% commission, and I was like, boss, 35% commission is brilliant. कौन से धंधे में इतना पैसा मिलता है? Let me become an insurance agent. So I mastered the art of selling insurance policies to people and getting 35%, but saying that, boss, buying an insurance from me, 20% kickback. For example,
insurance बेच लिया तो सब कुछ बेच लिया.
Well, I'm just giving you an example, right? That it was intriguing for me and interesting for me that how one person was doing this particular business, which is why I said कि okay, let me understand आप ये कैसे करते हो, whether I can better it or no. Right? वो उसको better सिखाने में मैं business coach बन गया. How I can get to do something better. And then that's how I actually started learning multiple businesses.
But the common thing in all of these is you are a good salesman.
Absolutely.
And आप कुछ भी बेच सकते हो.
I would like to say that and believe that. Yes.
अमेजिंग. सो बिजनेस कोच आपने कहा, ये जो टर्म है बिजनेस कोच, हमने हर टाइप के कोचेस को सुना है, समझा है, लेकिन शायद ये टर्म मेरे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए नया है. आई वुड वांट कि आप उनको बताएं ये टर्म होता क्या है और आप क्या करते हो इसमें.
बिजनेस कोच जो शब्द है वो बस वही है, इन सिंपल टर्म्स, बिजनेस कोच. तो एज अ कोच व्हाट वी डू इज बेसिकली, अगर आप कुछ नया करना चाहते हो बट कैसे करने का मालूम नहीं है, या आप किधर अटक जाते हो, सो हाउ टू मूव और टेक द नेक्स्ट स्टेप, or whether that idea that you have is scalable or no. Okay, but it is not only for startups when I say that. So even people working at different positions in their companies, CEOs for example, if they are stuck with some or the other problem, so coach is nothing but mentors, effectively, in a nice term, who would kind of resolve or solve their problems in a simplified manner, and take things forward. So this is what a business coach does. Shows you the right path and acts as a mentor in your life to move ahead swiftly.
तो बिजनेस कोच बनने के लिए क्या किया जाता है?
So there are a lot of coaches who've of course undergone their own coaching and experience of training, entrepreneurs, and also, like I said, CEOs, mid-level executives, or higher people. In fact, even founders, and with experience, they've kind of gained that knowledge or name for themselves, and they kind of in turn teach others to become international business coaches. So I have also undergone that training and coaching through my mentor and coach, who is Mr. Sanjay Vadwa. He's a great business coach. Made my life so much more easy.
Okay.
Just one conversation with him, and he said ki, Premal, you are doing everything that a business coach does. It's a matter of getting your certification in place. And I said, absolutely. And that 1 year of learning with him, experience that I gained, understanding, knowing things that what he does as a business coach, has really helped me, not only personally but also helped people whom I have kind of coached, as a international business coach, with things in their life, and it just works great.
So अगर हमारे जो ऑडियंस ये सुन रहे हैं, अगर उनको आपकी गाइडेंस लेनी हो, and if they want to have you as a mentor, can they reach out to you?
Absolutely.
So in the description we'll have your details.
Absolutely.
And आपके कुछ कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स हम शेयर कर देंगे, ताकि हमारे जो ऑडियंस है, खास करके जो स्टूडेंट्स है जो सुन रहे हैं इसे, एंड इफ दे वांट अ कोचिंग, इफ दे वांट अ सपोर्ट लर्निंग, दे कैन ऑलवेज रीच आउट टू यू.
Absolutely.
एंड it can work for them.
Kabhi bhi. I love talking to today's Gen Z, if I may say so, because simply they have brilliant ideas, right? And also for the people who are kind of fearless today, right, with the things that they want to do. So it's just brilliant to talk to them. There is so much to learn also from them, right, which is a good thing.
लेकिन जेनजीज के बारे में जो हम आजकल इंस्टाग्राम पे स्क्रॉल करते हैं, रील्स देखते हैं, लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं कि भाई ये स्टेबल नहीं है, ये जनरेशन बहुत कुछ करना चाहती है लेकिन कुछ एक चीज ढंग से नहीं कर पाती है, एंड दे हैव देयर ओन सेट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स. उसके बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे?
We are generalizing, right? ऐसा नहीं है. I mean, there are pros and cons with everything. So yes, the attention span has become reduced. You just want to flip at all times. But having said that, I think this generation has some brilliant ideas. And the main thing is there is no fear. Jo, I would say in our times, there used to be a plenty. पढ़ाई कर ले, नहीं तो नौकरी नहीं मिलेगा, तू क्या घर काम करेगा, there was a taboo with everything. सो जा वरना गब्बर आ जाएगा. There is no fear today. So people are fearless.
So that's because parents have made that safe space for their kids now. This generation which is there today, इन्हें अपना घर चलाने के लिए नहीं अर्न करना है, इनको इनका घर चलाने के बेसिक्स सेट कर दिए माँ बाप ने.
करेक्ट.
एंड देन दे वांट टू जस्ट गो वन स्टेप अबव. इज इट दैट?
सो आई थिंक सेफ स्पेस तो हमारे टाइम पे भी था, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं था, बट the opportunities, right? Going back to saying we had arts, commerce, science. I don't think so. There is arts, commerce, science today. There is like a gazillion things.
Correct.
The options that one has today with their careers, which weren't even ever heard of. Imagine somebody 30 years back saying that, oh, I would be managing social media for Shah Rukh Khan, or I would be XYZ of doing something with some celeb, which was कि यार तू क्या करेगा भाई, जिंदगी कैसे चलेगा, कटेगा, मतलब how will you make monies? But these are various options now. Today is become a kind of a common household term. So the options that this generation has is, I think, the changing factor, the dynamic factor. Protective environment, I think, has always been there as parents, right? We would always want to secure something. Not that for example, my dad has ever told me that, okay, I've got 1 crore in the bank and live your life, शांति, कुछ पढ़ाई मत करना. वो कभी भी कोई माँ बाप नहीं बोलेंगे, and but yet the options is what I think is the changing factor today.
Fair enough. So ये जो सवाल है, ये बहुत से इंस्टाग्राम रील्स देखने के बाद मन में पैदा होते हैं. जेनजीज को जनरलाइज कर देना उनके बारे में, बहुत सा कंटेंट बनता है कि जेनजीज वर्सेस मिलेनियल, the way they speak, the way they behave, work. So वो pros and cons की list, it's an infinite list.
Correct.
Fair. So ये तो business coaching की बात हो गई. That is one. Now, along with that, you also mentioned that you are a social entrepreneur.
Yes.
So थोड़ा उस बारे में थोड़ी झलक, मतलब giving back to society.
So I am a very firm believer that one should give back to the society. I am a firm believer of the fact what goes around comes around. So very kinky and corny, if I may say so, to the audience. But as a student in the US, one of the reasons to come back was also watching of the movie Swades.
Okay.
That movie created a deep impact in my heart and my mind, simply because and I always keep telling people, like my friends here, they say yaar kya bakwas picture tha, and I say you will never understand or relate to what the movie was. It is only for NRIs who will relate and understand when you've lived outside of India for X number of years, is when you will start relating to the actual pain points of what there is in India. So that movie created a massive impact. I remember I saw that movie in New Jersey twice back to back, 6 to 9 and 9 to 12.
Okay.
And so the movie got done at 12, which was morning in India, 11:30 or whatever. And I called my dad and said, Dad, I'm coming back. And he said, "Tu pagal ho gaya, gada." And I said, "Nahi, I want to come back for my country." And my dad's like, "Let's talk tomorrow." Go to sleep. So those were the seeds of doing something, giving back to the society. And then ever since I have come back, I have been doing my bit to give back to the society through a Give India or a Cry India or a Smile Foundation. Till 2016, when I came across a very dear friend of mine who was at that point in time heading Alibaba India. And one thing led to another, and he asked me that, what is your view on social entrepreneurship? At that point in time in 2016, I didn't even know what the term meant. And I am like, कि भाई ये तू क्या बता रहा है, सुधा simple language में बात कर. So he said, भाई चैरिटी के बारे में क्या ख्याल है? And I said, अरे चैरिटी तो मेरे दिल में है, मेरे रगों में है. I do this with Cry India and I do this with Smile Foundation. And he's like, okay, hold your horses. Do you know what has happened or the impact or the change you have made in the last 8 years of you donating? And I said, nahi, I have no idea what has been happening, but कुछ ना कुछ तो हो रहा है, because जो कंपनी में डोनेट किया है, they are doing their bit, and बच्चे लोग को पढ़ाई करा रहे हैं. He's like, okay, why don't you go back and try and get the details of what is happening? It took me about 6-8 months to kind of do a lot of back and forth with certain NGOs, but I didn't get satisfactory answers, which is when I realized that our hard-earned money as a donor is not doing what it's supposed to do, and hence yet India is a third world country. Hence yet, we are a country of the poor. We are looked upon as that country where everything is needed.
Okay.
And I said, let me change this mindset of people, of Indians, in my own way. Of course, रातों रात कोई बदलाव नहीं आ सकता है. So I set on my own journey to kind of say that let me do it the right way. A typical NGO will have deductions. अगर आप 100 रुपये आज डोनेट करते हो, तो they would have XYZ expenses, their own whatever deductions, and maybe X amount is actually going ahead towards the needy or the beneficiary. We started this idea where we said ki whatever comes in, 100% of that goes out to the beneficiary. No deductions, no commissions, pure social impact. And that was the ethos behind actually starting Smiranj Foundation with a coined term slogan, let's all help.
Okay.
A very generic term. But again, like I said, a pure social impact, no other intention but to change the mindset of people, to change how people perceive NGOs in the country. Typically, people think of it as black to white, white to black, or by चोरी करते हैं NGOs में. तो वो mindset change करना था कि typically, if you guys are aware, India is a 32,000 plus crore CSR market. Okay. CSR, for those who don't know, is corporate social responsibility, which is made mandatory by now the government of India. So 2% of certain parameters have to be, going towards doing something for the underprivileged. So, and I'm talking 2016-17 to 2021, we were at a 32,000 crore market, which today should be approximately between 50 to 60,000 crore market, expected to hit 80,000 crores in the next 3 years. If this is the CSR budget or markets in the country, which is higher than the GDP, I think, of most countries.
Exactly.
There should be not a soul who should be sleeping hungry or being. फिर भी ये हालत है, which is again the reason why we started Smiranj Foundation. So we do our bit, like I said, zero deduction, zero commission, pure social impact.
Okay.
So we started out with visiting different institutional beneficiary NGOs like old age homes, orphanages, transgender community, sex worker community, HIV patients, cancer patients across the country, and started to understand whether they are genuine or no. So the ones that we felt that they were genuine, we started onboarding them and saying, we will supply you your monthly food and hygiene products.
Okay.
And we appointed secret Santa auditors. So they would not know the beneficiary, that whether that person is a donor or an auditor. But whenever we found or we came across a loophole, we stopped giving or helping them with their monthly food and hygiene needs. So everyone who is basically genuinely doing things is where we started reaching out to. So today we have over 700 such institutional beneficiaries under our umbrella. We've got 800 plus volunteers across the country.
Oh, lovely.
And we are doing our bit with regards to catering to the food and hygiene needs as far as the underprivileged is concerned. Now, people ask me why food and hygiene. So there are 30 sustainable development goals defined by the United Nations. Number 2 and number 3 are food and hygiene. And we try to focus and say, let's join hands with the United Nations and ensure that India is hunger free and hygienic by 2030. I mean, of course, there are other things like water, sanitary needs, or trees, plantation, green drives, lot of things. But there has to be a start point and a focus point. So as a foundation, our focus was on basics, which is food and hygiene. So this was the start point of our foundation.
Superb. So smiranj.org
yes
is the site which I know.
Yes.
और ये लिंक भी डिस्क्रिप्शन में जाएगी, और जो भी ऑडियंस है मैं कहूँगा उनसे कि वो स्मिरांज के लिए जो भी कर सकते हैं, जैसे भी कर सकते हैं, जैसे भी जुड़ सकते हैं, प्लीज डू दैट बिकॉज बहुत कम ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस ऐसे मैंने सुने हैं जो जीरो डिडक्शंस, मतलब आपका पैसा पूरा का पूरा एक कॉज को मिलेगा, ट्रू फिलैंथ्रोपी।
करेक्ट।
लेकिन ये सब सारा पैसा तो आप दे ही देते हो, लेकिन ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन चलती कैसे है, उसके लिए भी तो पैसा चाहिए।
Absolutely. So there is a method to madness, which is why it is coined or termed as a social entrepreneurship. So what happens is basically, now this is going to get a little technical, and if you're okay, I will brief you about how.
Nutshell.
Okay, in a nutshell, we work as a super distributor
Okay.
with Metro Cash and Carry and bigbasket.com. So what happens is, as a retail consumer, you would buy maximum 25 kilo rice, 50 kilo rice at say 60 rupees a kilo, your Rozana rice.
Right.
We are tying up with them and buying 100,000 kg every month. And we have approached them and said that either we can work as a regular NGO, which would have deductions, but if you agree, then give us X percentage out of your profits so that we can run our house. A donor's rupee does a rupee's work, and everything that comes in goes across towards the beneficiary.
Oh, lovely. It's a very smart way. मतलब,
Very simple, but I think that's the right way.
Simple in a smarter way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Superb. So it's a crazy impact what you are doing, and having like 800 volunteers across the country is a good number. And आशा करेंगे कि वो 800 से 8000 हो जाए।
Absolutely.
और ये पॉडकास्ट के माध्यम से बहुत से लोग आपके साथ जुड़े।
Thank you, sir.
ओके, सो मिस्टर सीरियल एंटरप्रेन्योर, अभी ऐसे मैंने कहा कि हम और बहुत कुछ कुरेदने वाले हैं आपसे। सो आपकी सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जर्नी के बारे में जानने के बाद अब आप लोगों की हेल्थ ठीक करने पे हो। आप चाहते हो कि मेरे जैसे फैले हुए लोग
हमारे जैसे
फैले हुए लोग जिंदगी में अपने आप को थोड़ा पुश करें, थोड़ी मूवमेंट करें, और बेटर लाइफस्टाइल की तरफ हम आगे बढ़े। एंड हेंस फोर्स, सो समथिंग अबाउट फोर्स
with a PH. So Force is basically our new latest baby as a startup. It's a sports company, keeping in mind the most current flavor, which is pickleball. We are focused on pickleball, which is world's fastest growing sport today. So as Force Club Private Limited, we are manufacturing pickleball paddles and balls. That's one vertical.
Okay.
Second is we are developing and running courts across the country. And the third vertical is basically conducting tournaments across the country. So these three verticals form Force, and the underlying ethos of Force is basically fun, family and fitness.
Okay.
So pickleball, अगर आपने आज तक खेला नहीं है, तो I would first recommend each one of you all to go pick up a paddle and go and play at the nearest court that you see for at least 30 minutes or an hour. I promise you that you will come back asking for more. Okay, that is my challenge. So it's a great sport. It is not very taxing or tedious or strenuous. Everyone from a 5-year-old to an 80-year-old and everyone in between can enjoy this sport, feel that they are great at it. So the idea is to, yes, fun, give them fun. Also, आज के time में, if you realize that a husband is working, the wife is working, and if they have kids, the kids have their own lives. So as a family, they don't get time together. And typically on a weekend, either they are binge watching Netflix, or they are in some mall splurging, or just lazing around at all times. So why not instead, as a family, book a court and play for an hour, 2 hours. In fact, you can even include your grandparents or your parents, right? And drag them along on the court. Just, smack a few balls here and there, have fun, promote fitness and a lot of family time, right? So this is a sport which is here to stay. In fact, a lot of sporting companies have actually seriously started enrolling players as a mainstream sport. In fact, it's also going to be pitched at Olympics and blah blah blah. A lot other journeys for pickleball, but Force is predominantly focusing and touting this to be as a fun family fitness sport, and that's our focus. We want to encourage each individual to come, enjoy, be fit, and play with family, spend family time together whilst enjoying pickleball. That's the idea.
Right, super. लेकिन फोर्स में, as you said, you are manufacturing the equipments, the
Yes.
pedals and the, but और क्या force करेगा? Are you like planning to have the community built, or you're planning to have courts everywhere?
I just mentioned it's a startup, so you are asking me to reveal all the trade secrets. But yes, we are coming up with a fantastic app very shortly, and definitely I will share it with you to share it with our viewers as well. So yes, we are building something exciting to build a community of sorts, and move forward on those lines with pickleball.
Fair. So stay tuned, guys. Force is coming with the force.
Absolutely.
Okay. ऑलराइट, सो इतना सब जानने के बाद अभी थोड़ा सा रैपिड फायर हो जाए, कुछ ऐसे सवाल आपसे पूछे जाएं जिससे आपके आपके थॉट्स पता चले और शायद हमारे ऑडियंस को थोड़ा और फन एलिमेंट मिले.
Bring it on.
क्विकली उनको कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन फटाफट मिलती जाए.
Done.
एंड इसके बहुत सारे शॉर्ट्स बन के आ जाएंगे. सो पहला हमारा रैपिड फायर है कि वन बुक एवरी एंटरप्रेन्योर शुड रीड.
I'll give you two. The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma and 168 Hours. I don't remember the author, but I think these two books are a must for every entrepreneur.
Okay. Another. If you had to choose money, fame, or impact?
Money. Both the others will follow.
That was actually very witty and smart, I would say. Okay, so morning routine or night owl?
No, definitely a morning routine.
Perfect. That's very difficult nowadays. People are more night owl personalities.
I just mentioned the 5 a.m. Club, and उसके बाद अगर मैं ये बोलता था तो यार सब मेरे को मारते थे.
Okay, a failure you are secretly proud of?
So I'm not proud of any failure, to be very honest, but failure has given me a lot of learnings, and every failure is a stepping stone to kind of something bigger and better. So I wouldn't say I'm proud of any failure, but they are all learnings, absolute learnings.
Fair. Okay, something personal. Your all-time favorite travel destination?
Again, I don't know. A lot of guys hate this answer because I've been asked this before by a lot of people, but I am super attracted to Germany because I love Adolf Hitler. Not that I believed in his ideologies, but simply because the power that guy had or that man had, and that has intrigued and kind of always attracted me ever since I was a child.
Okay.
So I've always, funnily enough, I've visited 40 plus countries. And Germany is some place I've never yet gone to, but it is yet my dream and favorite destination.
Okay, great. Last, one habit that helps you sharp and stylish, which you are already.
So again, sharp and stylish will go hand in hand. So I always like to be well groomed. Don't judge me today. And stylish is yes, be your best self, dress to impress.
Oh, lovely. Thank you for this. लेकिन अभी जाने से पहले थोड़े से कुछ फाइनल थॉट्स आपके लेंगे. Before we end this session, would you like to give some advice to a 20-year-old who's listening to this podcast?
Don't be afraid of failures. Okay, don't hold yourself back with anything, and just if you have an idea, put it on the table, fly, and main thing is to kind of keep trying whatever you do, just be good at everything that you're wanting to do. I've seen people just give up when they're about to succeed. The stepping stone to success is always failures. Do not shy away from experimenting and failing. That's my piece of advice to everyone watching this show.
सुपर. सो आई एम श्योर कि ये जो पीस ऑफ एडवाइस है इससे बहुत सबकी जिंदगी में बदलाव आएगा. और आज के पॉडकास्ट को लेके जो लोगों ने सुना है आपसे, उनकी जिंदगियों में बदलाव आने वाला है. कमेंट सेक्शन खुला पड़ा है. अगर आपको कोई भी सवाल है, उन सवालों को आप कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखें. विल मेक श्योर कि हम प्रेमल शाह से वो सवालों के जवाब लें और उनके जवाब आप तक पहुंचाएं. ये पूरी कोशिश रहेगी. स्टे ट्यून्ड फॉर मोर. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग.
Thank you so much.